Hi everyone, so welcome back to my monthly favorites, and this is an April monthly favorites. I can't believe it. So let's just get started into the things I've been loving. I'm mainly going to be talking about makeup, beauty as well as hair care. So yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, just to start off with, I guess in this month I got a new phone and I got the iPhone 8 Plus in the red line. So you can see here, it's exactly the same size as my iPhone 7 Plus, but you know, it's just upgraded OS and all that good stuff, and I really like it in red. I think a little bit of a challenge, or I wouldn't call it a challenge, it's just a bit counterintuitive for me, is that the home button doesn't sink down anymore, and I know with iPhone X and a lot of other mobile devices they already don't have the home button, which kind of scares me, but let me know if I'm the only one. But I guess it just takes getting a hang of. So anyway, they use more of a kind of forced sensor rather than a button, where there's tendencies where the water can go in, you know, the button can get stuck or faulty and that kind of thing. So yeah, nothing too much to add, but if you guys see my Instagram, a lot of the times the photos I take is with this on my DSLR. So yeah, really been loving this change up, and also I just really like the red. Alright, so this is a beauty body care kind of a product. So if you guys realized, Fenty released their body shimmers and that whole line, which I have a lot to say about, but since this is my favorite, I'm just gonna say that I pretty much hate that, because it's so bad for Singapore's climate on so many levels. It's just such a sticky product, and also it's so glittery. It's not like refined shimmers, and I picked it up and it's a huge bottle, so I don't really know what to do with it. I'll probably sell it on Carousel. I wanted to find something that bronzed as well as gave a little bit of shine, but a very refined shine. So if you guys know Fifth Harmony, the makeup artist is Carlene K, and she released her own shine bronzer, Body Glow. So I picked it up from Amazon, and you can see I have quite a bronzy shoulder. Let me just show you my legs. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but my legs too are also bronzy. That was a super bad demonstration, but yeah, essentially I really like it. It's super easy to use. It does tint your hands after you finish applying, as most things do, but once you rub it off with cleansing oil or a cleanser, it immediately washes off. I love this because it's not sticky. It's kind of like a demi matte. It has a little bit of a velvet feel to it, so it does feel like you have something on your skin, but not much. And I believe as I wear this throughout the day, it basically takes away the moisture and it leaves a very natural tint. I've only worn this a couple of times, but I really thought I should mention it because I am on a hunt for, you know, instant bronzing and quick wash off type product. Alright, so I would consider this a monthly favorite, but actually it should be making its way up to my yearly favorites already, because I always go back to this within every single month. And yeah, what I'm talking about is foundations. Maybe to start off with the Chanel Sublime Le Tint, and it comes in this really weighted glass packaging, and it's a little bit dusty, but I've used quite a bit of the product, and essentially it's a anti-aging, you know, youth-giving, radiance-inducing kind of a foundation, which predominantly doesn't have incredible coverage, but I would say it's a medium at most. And I really like it because it's so light and it's so refreshing on the skin, and I always go back to this. I don't know why I keep going back to it. I mean, partially because of the price point, but also it's just like a really nice cream serum. It's a cream texture that melts into a serum, and it's just so beautiful on the skin. If you have dehydrated surfaces, I still encourage you to use your serums and that kind of thing with this foundation, just because on some days when I'm incredibly patchy or incredibly dehydrated, this somehow doesn't sink quickly enough into my skin. So yeah, it does grab onto dry flakes, but overall for an everyday, and especially after I've exfoliated, this is so incredible. I feel like my skin looks like 10 times more useful, if that's even possible, but it's really a gorgeous product. And if you don't have the money to splurge, basically the IT Cosmetics CC cream, a constant favorite. I've always been using this for a long time, and it has launched as a campaign in Singapore. So basically IT Cosmetics is now IT Cosmetics SG for our local audience. But yes, I've been using this for the month, and also I did a few tutorials on my friends where I did use this. Especially I did a Mother's Day video on my mom coming up soon, and on women with more aged skin, more mature skin, it also looks great. And this has higher coverage than that of the Chanel, but this is worth every buck. It isn't the cheapest foundation, but it isn't as expensive as Chanel, so you know, you place your bets where it is. And for a squeezy tube type foundation, it's incredible that it has a pump. And yeah, it's a very good pump. It controls the amount that is being used very well also, and it has SPF in it, so this is something that builds up to almost a full coverage, and it's just so good. I mean, I barely have to use any kind of concealer with this, but I do have to use a little bit of setting powder because it's not a matte finish like any CC cream. It generally leaves quite a tacky finish. Sometimes I don't mind it, but you know, on really humid days I do need to set it with a little bit of powder. Alright, so I have a couple of favorites for eyeshadows, starting with the Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat palette. I didn't pick up the the ultra big size just because I do have a couple of Urban Decay palettes and also a lot of warm tone shadows, but I really wanted to find out what was the hype around the Naked Heat line, and I must say that these are very true to Urban Decay shadows. I guess a few people have been dropping me DMs to want to know a little bit more about their latest collections, and I've really tried to partner with Urban Decay so that I can meet a lot of my subscribers' requests, but I ended up buying this with my own money, and I must say that I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm disappointed in a way that it's kind of the same Urban Decay shadows. It's silky, it's pigmented, but it's not buttery. I mean, I feel like eyeshadows in general, especially with a lot of kind of homegrown or even like entrepreneurial brands that are coming up in the market, a lot of high-end brands, or at least brands that establish themselves in Sephora, I feel like personally should step up their game, because you know, if small kind of businesses can beat the quality of higher end brands, then why are we paying more? But I mean, aside from the packaging and everything and how it's being campaigned, and warm tones are like stunning, it's just my personal opinion about Urban Decay shadows. And even with this new launch, I thought perhaps it may come with a reformulation, since there is that chance with a new campaign, but I feel like it's exactly the same shadows as, you know, the very early on Naked palette, Naked 2, Naked 3, and all of them are very consistent in terms of the texture and the feeling of the shadow. So this is no different. If you like warm tones, definitely pick it up. But yeah, let me know if you guys want an affordable dupe of high-end eyeshadows. I'll definitely do that because there are quite a lot in the market, I believe. Okay, speaking about affordability, I went to Spain in the mid of last year, so I went to Europe and I picked up Kiko products. So Kiko is one of those brands that in Europe is actually really cheap, and also converted to SGD, Singapore dollars, it is also pretty cheap. So I picked up these individual eyeshadows. So I'm not sure if you guys can see, but there's a very intricate pattern and it almost looks like a thumbprint. So it's super easy to use and it's super pigmented. Let me just show you. Yeah. It's also a little bit powdery. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's super buttery, but it's definitely a lot more refined shimmers. Yep, so I really like this, and sometimes I even just use it all over my lids. I have it on today, but I can just show you building on top. It's super pigmented and it's just great for, like, you know, slap and go. I've used it for a lot of different work events, and I place it like closer to the inner lid and about halfway, and then I put in a matte shade all over the outer crease, and I find that to be like a very brightening and also very grounded look. So it's also very professional looking, I must say. So I do have a new highlight on my Instagram page, more about me in terms of my professional self, full-time work, not really allocated to YouTube, but yeah, I work full-time. So I had an event recently and I had to MC, I had to plan the program and all that, so I wore these shadows a lot essentially, so I really love them. For lipstick, I have the NYX Powder Puff Lippies. I got sent these from NYX Singapore, but I've been thoroughly loving them. I have this shade on my lips, which is Puppy Love, and it's really nice. I find that when I have a bronze kind of appearance, this shade pops on the lips. Do you guys think it does? And before any of you ask me what I'm wearing on my lips, it is definitely this, and I love these because it's very velvety. I find that these have a very similar formulation to the Bourjois Rouge Velvets, and yeah, they have a very velvety finish. They're kind of not the most drying liquid lipsticks, but they're also not the most hydrating, so they don't leave your lips feeling very cracky. But I really like the sponge tip applicator as well. I just find it to be very easy to use, and it gives a very blurred lined feel. Sometimes I don't really like it when my lips have a very definitive clear line, unless I'm wearing a red lip, but for nude lips, or at least like, you know, these kind of fun colors, I like it to be a little bit more blurred. And this is another shade in Squad Goals, which is like a mauvey, a little bit brighter mauvey kind of a shade, so I've been really liking this too. And when paired with a good base, I like doing that, you know, combination of a velvet lip with dewy skin, bronze skin, or like, you know, hydrated skin, and it just definitely gives a whole summer vibe to it, which, you know, I'm not hating on. Alright, and last but definitely not least, I had the privilege of trying Phyto products, which is hair care products. This first one is called Botanical Scalp Treatment. I've been using it for about a few days now. It honestly makes a difference. This I've only used like once or twice, but for what it is, it's supposed to be used like once a week, and I did a scalp analysis at the store, which is located at Ion. I'll leave all the information for this brand where you can get it in Singapore down below. But yeah, I basically just need to section off different parts of my hair, apply this liquid, section it off, apply all the way down to my neck, and rub it into my scalp. And what this does is basically just a treatment for dry and sensitive scalp. I had no clue in my whole life that I have a dry, sensitive scalp, considering my you know, my natural skin is oily, dehydrated, and sensitive and acne prone. I always assume my scalp would be oily as well, but surprisingly it's dry, so that was a breath of fresh air. So really finding proper products that suit my scalp condition would be my main priority. I was told that the roots of my hair is quite thick, so yeah, using this will definitely help treat a lot of that dry sensitive areas, and also to declog a lot of congested hairlines and that kind of thing. So I really like it because of the smell. It smells super minty. It's a very reminiscent smell for Asians, I feel. It's like almost like Axe oil, you know, the one you apply to your chest, or like, you know, your temples when you have a headache. But yeah, this is super good. And I also got the privilege to try a shampoo. This is called the Soothing Treatment Shampoo for Sensitive and Irritated Scalp. I don't believe they mentioned that I had an irritated scalp per se, because I don't really dye my hair a lot. Considering that I've only recently permed my hair, I think that's really the peak of my hair treatment, or whether or not it's considered to be damaging my scalp. But yeah, there wasn't any like blood clots per se. It's more about dandruff, it's more about dryness, more about sensitivity. And yeah, this shampoo is meant to cater to that. This has a bunch of hair loving essential oils, as well as the treatment. They both contain really essential oils. And also, this smells so fresh. It's like not a smell that I frequently just, you know, indulge in, like, you know, very intense lavender smell from like very typical shampoos. It's a very light smell, so I do feel like for hair care products, a lot of the time I per se and many other people place emphasis on fragrance being in skincare and beauty products and makeup products, but because fragrance is a natural component that for sensitive skin will break you out depending on the day or whether or not you're aggravated on that day. But so far I just find my hair to be really, I wouldn't say silky, it just feels really refreshed using this shampoo. I'll keep you guys posted for long benefits, but so far so good. I've really been loving these two. And we've hit the home stretch, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and also press that notification button below if you want to stay updated with my uploads. Also follow me on my Instagram at @TrishYoung, and if you have any questions, feel free to post them down below and let me know what you've been loving for the month as well. I do have an ongoing giveaway on my Instagram, so do check it out. It's for face masks and serums, and I'm not sure if I should spoil it now, but yeah, I'm also having a mascara giveaway coming soon, so yeah, definitely follow me on my Instagram. So yes, without further rambling, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!